Hey, first Christmas again, welcome back to the video. This is another request design from QJC, and he wanted me to react to another Nuke Norway video, which I love these videos by him. And this one is called 5 Scary and Inappropriate Scenes in Kids Shows. Not surprised at all. There's tons of shit I should have been watching as a kid, but my girl wouldn't watch it anyways. Yeah. So let's jump right into it.
SpongeBob, Scaredy Pants. TV rating ages 7 and above. In the SpongeBob special Halloween episode Scaredy Pants, SpongeBob decides to dress up as a ghost for Halloween. But
this one wasn't too creepy to me. I found it more hilarious and funny than creepy, but yeah.
Decides that his ghost costume doesn't look quite right because of his freaky square head. So naturally, he asks his friend Patrick the Starfish to take a pair of clippers and actually cut pieces off of his head to make it into a rounder shape. Later in the episode, it's revealed that Patrick actually cut off too much of SpongeBob's head, leaving his
yeah, that looked pretty weird though. Him with the brain, nothing there. It did look pretty strange.
Brain fully exposed. In the final scene, we see a grisly, disfigured SpongeBob with bloodshot eyes. Other characters on the show are horrified by SpongeBob's appearance and flee the scene in abject terror. The scene was banned from the UK broadcast of SpongeBob because it was deemed too violent and frightening for children. But the scene continues to air uncut in all its horrifying glory throughout the rest of the world.
Pink hat? Oh, that's not a hat. That's my brain.
Not too creepy if you ask me.
Hey Arnold, Part-Time Friends. TV rating ages 7 and above. In the Hey Arnold episode Part-Time Friends, Arnold and his friend Gerald have an argument and stop talking. So Arnold's granddad sits him down and tells him a story about a friend who he had lost over a disagreement. That night, Arnold has a nightmare where he and Gerald are old men on a bus, and then this happens.
What did I tell you, son?
Okay, that's creepy. Yeah. That, I cannot believe what is in a kid's show. When his mouth falls off and the voice, it reminds me of those fucking smoking commercials where he fucking talks, man. It's just creepy as oh fuck. But yeah, I saw this when I was a little bit older. I found it kind of disturbing, but that didn't really make me piss my pants. But that was creepy. And people are making this shit into a horror movie. That Pooh Bear thing. This shit should be made to a horror movie, not that Pooh Bear shit.
Now tell me that's not nightmare fuel. Tiny Toons, 1 beer. TV rating, children of all ages. In this episode,
this one wasn't that scary either. There's tons of cartoons, kids cartoons that had alcohol in it.
Mr. Bunny, Plucky Duck, and Hampton J. Pig get plastered from drinking 1 beer. They then proceed to steal a police car and go drunk driving around town. Eventually, the boys end up smashing the car through a guardrail and careening off a tall cliff. The car violently smashes into a cemetery of all places, and all 3 characters die in the crash. Now, it's important to note here that this episode was rated as being appropriate for all ages, so even for...
Bullshit. The ending is dark when they die. But other than the ending, the episode wasn't really that bad. I mean, even Goosebumps had worse shit than this.
4 and 5-year-olds get to watch the Tiny Toons go on a fatal drunken rampage. This episode aired 1 time, and then, not surprisingly, it was banned from ever being broadcast again. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Perfect. TV rating ages 7 and above. Now, Courage the
Oh yeah. If you have a top 10, top 5, or even top 3 scariest kids shows, this has gotta be on there. And I love this cartoon to this day. I even have the fucking... I recently bought the DVD of the first season. So I love this cartoon.
Cowardly Dog pretty much deserves its own list because there were so many creepy episodes of this show.
There is.
It's pretty much obvious that the show's aim was to be as surreal and scary as possible. But which if you watch it as an adult, that's kind of freaking awesome. But let's keep in mind that this show was made for children 7 and above.
Yeah.
So in the 4th season episode Perfect, Courage flips out after being yelled at by his owner Eustace one too many times. In a delusional state, Courage imagines a creepy teacher who looks to be right out of the horror movie Insidious. She slaps him with a yardstick whenever he makes a mistake, and then later just melts into like a big old pile of goo. As if that wasn't enough to peg the creepy meter, that night Courage has a nightmare that would scramble the brain of a viewer of any age.
Like I said, kind of creepy, but didn't make me shit my pants. But it was pretty weird. The way the thing looks, the way it just wobbles back and forth, you're not perfect. That was creepy, but it caught me off guard, but it didn't really creep me out. There's tons of other episodes of this cartoon that's scarier. I'm surprised.
I don't even know what that is. Pokemon Electric Soldier Porygon. PV rating ages 7 and above. This Pokemon episode ranks as number 1 because it's not just scary to watch, but unfortunately it's real life scary, for both children and their parents. So let me explain that. In this episode we see Pikachu using electric shocks to shoot down missiles. As each missile explodes, the screen flashes red and blue, as you can see here. But I've slowed the speed of the flashing way down, and there's a very good reason that I slowed it down. Because when this episode of Pokemon was originally broadcast in Japan, the TV station was flooded with angry panic calls from parents. It seems that the original flashing red and blue lights in the episode induced dangerous epileptic seizures in a large number.
Yeah, I heard about this episode. The fact that it's real life scary for kids, I'm like, whoever animated that scene must have been high out their fucking ass if they thought like epileptic kids wouldn't have seizures. Bad ideas. Bad ideas.
In fact, when this episode aired in Japan, 685 children were rushed to the hospital with symptoms like seizures, vomiting, headaches, and nausea. The whole incident was later called the Pokemon Shock by the Japanese press. The Electric Porygon episode was pulled and never aired again. Also, the Pokemon cartoon series was taken off air for nearly 4 months as the result of this incident. However, the episode did earn one honorable distinction. It was included in the Guinness Book of World Records, winning the coveted title, Most Photosensitive Epileptic Seizures Caused by a TV Show.
Wow. Yeah, none of those were really that scary. The Arnold one was kind of creepy, but like I said, there's episodes of Goosebumps that are way worse than any of those. Or you should put the Haunting Hour. That show has some pretty dark and graphic stuff in it, even gory. Like that show gets pretty fucking awfully violent if you've seen it. But those aren't cartoons. But I'm just saying. There's stuff in those that are way worse and way more evil than these cartoons. But yeah, the one beer one, I'm like, there's alcohol in Tom and Jerry. There's alcohol in the Looney Tunes. There's alcohol in a bunch of other kids cartoons, old kids cartoons. So it's alcohol. It's not like kids are going to get drunk like the character. But I mean, I like the video. It's just really you find that scary, or you find that disturbing. The Arnold one and the Arnold one and the Courage one were the ones that I believe that deserve to be on the list. The other ones I just don't find scary. The beer ones, just been there, done that. The SpongeBob one is more funny and the ending is more weird. It did look weird with that big brain, but nothing that's gonna haunt your nightmares, in my opinion. And number one was real life scary. It was seriously real life scary, but yeah. That was a 4-minute video, and this video is already 10 minutes long, so I'm going to go. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.